First leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on.
Will the power put it right, or will Adrian Lewis continue his fantastic form?
96.
Well, this is what they've come to see. These two darting juggernauts ready to serve it up again, as they did in Wolverhampton in the Grand Slam of darts. Greatest game ever played, 120 scores, 100 or more, 32 180s in 25 legs. Taylor averages 109, Lewis 111. You mentioned Phil Taylor's win in that floor tournament in Wigan, Wayne. It's a chalk and cheese scenario though, isn't it? That and playing on the big stage. Can he get the darts online on the big stage?
140.
This is where Phil Taylor wants to put it right. Yes, winning events is great, but he wants to win matches on the big stages. Good, playing well, when only a handful of people get to see it. He likes rubbing players' noses in it, and the fact that he's back and he's the best. And first off, what I've noticed, Phil Taylor has changed the shape of his flights. And what that will do, they're slightly bigger. And what that will do, that will make the dart go through the air slightly slower, giving the dart more time to reach the board. He doesn't have to throw them as hard as he would have done last week. That is interesting, and it obviously worked the weekend.
190.
Got to find treble 18. Now Taylor has thrown a dozen darts. He's left
54.
tops. This for a break, and for his very first leg in the entire 2014 Premier League.
Correct, he has not hit a double in the Premier League as yet, and he still hasn't. And he still hasn't.
Adrian, you require 56.
Tops. What a marker. This has to go in.
16.
Well, that's incredible. Hit the dart, didn't go in. He's been let off.
He's been reprieved. Has he got loose from the noose? Good grief, no.
Nerves, sheer nerves.
Adrian, you require 40.
16-time champion of the world.
Game on.
Well, the mental strength that
57.
Phil Taylor showed from being beaten by Michael van Gerwen to winning a tournament was incredible. But this now must be taking its toll. You've lost one match 7-0, you've come into the next and you're 4-0 down against the darts. He must be thinking, unless he's inhuman, which he's not, he must be thinking not again.
Not again. Yes, again. 2 maximums for Lewis, and I can barely believe that I'm thinking this and going to say it, but I'm not asking, can Phil Taylor win this match? I'm thinking, can Phil Taylor win a leg? I've no idea how that thought is coming every week, but it's 2 weeks running. We're actually asking, can Phil Taylor win a leg in a darts match?
And
58.
it's not like things have conspired against Phil Taylor. Yes, he's playing he has played 2 of the best players in the world ever. MVG last week and Adrian Lewis this week. They're also making him miss. But when he has had the opportunities, he's not taken them. And that is because panic has now set in.
There's half a chance here to get the show back on the road, because he's going to have here, he would think, half a dozen darts at 163. He's going to have 5 for 158. That's better. This is better. Well, 80 leaves 83. He should get a stab at least the ball.
But the pressure is going to be under. You think it's going to be lots of.
110. Who you require 83.
This has to go. 51 for 32. There's the 51 for his first leg in the 2014 Premier League.
67.
It will not happen.
Adrian requires 36.
Double 18. Double 9.
I think relief.
Well,
121.
he may have lost a the match last week, and he may lose this one, but he hasn't lost a sense of humour because he was milking the applause. Now, will that change everything? Will that mean that he can feel a release from the huge pressure that was mounting on him?
Adrian Lewis is not giving Phil a chance to break and keep the run of legs going.
Well, he's actually averaging now 94, which is the third highest average of the night, behind Lewis and Gary Anderson. But
100.
When you're discussing Phil Taylor, you don't compare with mere mortals.
Yeah, that's right. It's really hard to say about Phil. Last week he averaged 100 against Michael. Didn't win a leg.
100.
Didn't like the last start at all. Both on 140. Another treble 20. Double 10.
130.
Same equation. Same combination. Will it be the same result? No! The power has pounced! With a wonderful 140 outshot, and not in a wink.
Could he?
Game on.
From looking like he was going to get trounced again. Phil Taylor has won 2 legs on the bounce. Kicked off 140 within a blink of an eye. He is back in this match.
Posed the question
96
when he avoided the whitewash and got back to 5-1. How much difference could one leg of darts and one double make?
Sheer and utter relief.
55.
No one has ever been whitewashed twice in Premier League history, let alone in consecutive matches. He's avoided that. Now he's hunting Lewis down. If he can hold here, he's back at 5-3.
The aggression in Phil's face after that 60, after the 5, it was just incredible.
85.
So annoyed.
Frightening. Good pick off from Lewis. Superb.
134.
But trying to look a bit deeper into the mindset of Phil Taylor, after playing so well on Sunday, he must have been thinking, or still must be thinking, why can I not replicate that form when it really matters? What is stopping him? Is it just anxious? Is it the fact that he expects to play so well, and when it doesn't happen, there's just panic sets in? I don't know.
82.
How can he clean this up? He's got to go treble 19 here for double 10. That's a bodge, not to get even a shot.
42.
And a double from there is ordinary.
For a point. Double 7. That is a point wrapped up.
He'll go away from here if he loses. And repeat that if, because he hasn't lost yet. And he will feel that a missed double here or there might well have cost him something. He missed in the first leg and he made a mess of that 82. And had he taken out the 82, it would have been 5-4 at the moment. So, look, I'm not trying to say he's playing like the 16-time world champ, but he may not be as far away as it first appears.
Yeah, again, I think it's the fact that Michael van Gerwen, he played last week. Adrian Lewis is playing this week. Other players would not have punished him like he's being punished right now. And that's no disrespect to the other players, but Michael van Gerwen and Adrian Lewis are, in my opinion, head and shoulders above some others.
Well, let's talk about Lewis, because remember, he won 7-1 against Whitlock last week. Maybe we're not giving him the credit he deserves. It's a good point you make, Wayne, because Lewis is averaging 99.5 here, and he leads Phil Taylor 6-3.
3 maximums apiece, both averaging 99. Make that 4, sorry.
7-9. 32 in that greatest game. Now, 161, can't go out. So Taylor now can only hope that Lewis gives him a stay of execution.
65. Adrian, you require 41.
To inflict another defeat on the six-time Premier League champ. There was no doubt that Adrian Lewis was not going to finish him off. He did. What another superb performance by the twice world champion. 100 average, Phil Taylor.